Ladies and gentlemen, boxing enthusiasts, gossip lovers, and drama connoisseurs, brace yourselves because the world of Claressa Shields, the self-proclaimed GWAT greatest woman of all time, just imploded in a spectacle that's messier than a 12-round brawl. The Olympic gold medalist, undefeated boxing titan, and social media's reigning fitness queen was hauled out of her Detroit training facility in handcuffs, leaving Jaws on the floor and the internet in a frenzy. And who was there, looking like his entire discography of loyalty anthems just went up in smoke? None other than Papoose, her partner and hype man, pacing, pleading, and begging the cops not to take her. Witnesses say he was a mess, practically reenacting a scene from a BET Awards drama, shouting, "You don't understand, she didn't mean to take it." Take what, Papoose? That's the million-dollar question, and the answer is unraveling faster than a bad weave in a windstorm. This isn't just tea, it's a full-blown scandal, complete with leaked footage, a mysterious vial, and a federal investigation that's turning Claressa's glittering legacy into a crime scene. So grab your popcorn because this story isn't just falling apart, it's being shredded like a sparring pad in round one. Let's dive into the chaos, starting from the moment things started smelling fishy at Claressa's training camp. For those who've been living under a punching bag, Claressa Shields has been the untouchable face of women's boxing for years. Olympic golds? Check. Multiple world championship belts? Check. Reality TV cameos, lucrative Instagram sponsorships, and that iconic energy drink ad where she punches through a brick wall? Double check. She's been riding a wave of success so high that even her fiercest critics couldn't keep up. But beneath the glitz and glory, cracks started forming. Fans, bloggers, and even rival camps began whispering that something wasn't right. The first red flag waved 2 weeks ago when Claressa posted a now infamous Instagram video of herself sparring for 16 straight rounds. No breaks, no visible sweat, no heavy breathing, just flawless combos and a smug smile captioned, "Ain't no fatigue when you're built different." The internet lit up. Fans praised her superhuman stamina, but others raised eyebrows. Built different? One commenter asked, followed by a syringe emoji. That comment thread exploded, and what seemed like harmless hype talk snowballed into suspicion. Then came the first leak. A grainy surveillance video surfaced online, showing a man who looked suspiciously like Papoose slipping out of a locked gym room at 3:12 a.m., clutching a small cooler bag and muttering into his phone, "It's handled." She's good for tomorrow. Handled? Good for what? The clip went viral before Claressa even stepped into the ring for her morning session. Social media sleuths dissected every frame, zooming in on the bag, the timestamp, and Papoose's tense expression. But that was just the appetizer. More clues started piling up. Fans noticed Claressa's longtime strength coach had vanished from her team without explanation. Her open media workouts, once a staple of her training camps, stopped cold. And then the bombshell, a leaked photo of a gloved hand holding a tiny glass vial, time-stamped and geotagged at Claressa's private gym. The label was half-torn, but sharp-eyed fans claimed it showed a chemical compound allegedly on the World Anti-Doping Agency's WADA banned list. Within hours, hashtags like #Claressavial and #Paposcott were trending globally. Papoose, the rapper who built a career on bars about loyalty, suddenly found himself at the center of the storm. Another leaked clip showed him handing Claressa something during a sparring break. It was quick, almost too subtle, but fan-made slow-motion breakdowns were merciless. Was it a water bottle? A legal supplement? Or, as conspiracy theorists screamed, the same vial from the photo? The court of public opinion didn't wait for answers. By the next day, Claressa, Papoose, and the word doping were inseparable online. Still, Claressa stayed silent, dodging interviews and skipping her usual Instagram live rants. Her only response was a cryptic tweet, "They watching, but they ain't ready for what I do next." Famous last words, because what came next wasn't a knockout punch, it was a knockout arrest. On a Monday morning at 8:46 a.m., Detroit police swarmed Claressa's training facility, acting on what they called a formal submission of evidence from an anonymous source. Some speculate it was an inside job from her own camp. Others are tossing around Remy Ma's name with a knowing smirk. Eyewitnesses say Claressa was mid-drill when the officers stormed in. She froze, her team scrambled to intervene, but once the cops flashed a sealed warrant, it was over. Handcuffed, read her rights, and marched out in front of stunned gym members, reporters, and fans, Claressa's untouchable aura shattered in real time. And Papoose? He was a wreck, allegedly trying to block the doorway and arguing with an officer. "She ain't no criminal," he yelled. "Y'all don't know what's really going on." One cop reportedly snapped back, "Step back. Sir, unless you want to be part of the report." The footage of that moment, Papoose's desperate pleas, Claressa's stone-faced exit, went viral, racking up millions of views and sparking a firestorm of memes, hot takes, and think pieces. This wasn't just a boxing scandal anymore. It was a soap opera with handcuffs. Claressa's arrest wasn't a local bust. It was tied to a federal enhancement probe, meaning serious consequences if banned substances were involved. Court filings obtained by nosy insiders hinted at a sophisticated operation, not a one-off mistake. And Papoose's role, murkier by the minute. Some fans swore he was a loyal ride or die caught in the crossfire. Others painted him as a double agent, part trainer, part fixer, managing Claressa's secrets like a second career. An anonymous source, claiming to be a former member of Claressa's media team, spilled to a gossip outlet. Papoose was always there for supplement deliveries, checking bags, whispering with the doc. He wasn't just holding pads, he was holding the whole operation together. The fallout was swift and brutal. Claressa's upcoming title defense, a pay-per-view extravaganza set to pack her hometown arena, was canceled. Promo posters vanished from her social media, and the venue became a hub for investigation updates. Sponsors started ghosting. The energy drink brand that once hailed her as the future of sports scrubbed her from their website within hours of the arrest. A source claimed they even froze her next 2 campaign payments, pending the investigation's outcome. Even her own team began to fracture. An assistant coach liked a shady tweet that read, "The higher they rise, the louder the fall." This ain't new, just finally caught on tape. Ouch. But the real gut punch came 36 hours after the arrest, when an anonymous X account called The Glove Soft dropped a bombshell, a secure link to 42 pages of scanned documents. Medical logs, supplement receipts, inventory sheets, and signed authorizations, some bearing Claressa's name, others with Papoose's signature. These records allegedly pegged Papoose as the logistics coordinator for Claressa's supplement regimen, including substances now under federal scrutiny. Names like X27 Regional and Redline G12 injections meant little to casual fans but sent shockwaves through the performance enhancement world. Reddit threads exploded with side-by-side comparisons of Claressa's pre-2023 fights versus her recent bouts, with users claiming her footwork, stamina, and even breathing looked chemically enhanced. TikTok conspiracy channels churned out frame-by-frame breakdowns captioned with phrases like, "This ain't normal. This is science." Corporate America didn't wait for proof. A major sneaker brand archived all posts featuring Claressa, while her energy drink sponsor yanked a TV ad minutes before it aired. Claressa's management team issued a bland statement. "Miss Shields maintains her innocence. We believe due process will clear her name. No further comments." But the silence from Claressa herself only fueled the fire. And then enter Remy, the queen of perfectly timed chaos. Her tweet, "Some secrets belong in the trash. Others belong in court," followed by a trash can and boxing glove emoji, sent the internet into a tailspin. Fans connected dots faster than a speed bag. Remy and Papoose's breakup rumors had surfaced 2 months before the vial leak. Remy's shady Instagram live, where she dragged someone for using steroids to keep a man, dropped hours after a Claressa sporing video. Coincidence? Maybe, but in the messy world of gossip YouTube, it was practically a signed affidavit. Local Detroit news outlets piled on, airing arrest footage that showed Claressa throwing her gloves to the ground and screaming, "This is a setup." Papoose tapped on the squad car window, urging her, "Don't say anything until I call the lawyer." As the car pulled away, he turned to a fan's phone camera and growled, "You better hope the truth don't come out about all of y'all." Who's y'all? The question lit up group chats and podcasts. Was Papoose hinting at a bigger conspiracy? And what about the canceled Vegas fight card? Undercard fighters like featherweight Ariana, Snapback Green, went live in tears, saying, "I trained my soul for this, lost my job to prep, and now I'm out thousands because someone wanted an edge." That's betrayal.